Well, for us, the process of buying a home, selling a home is extremely stressful. And have a company like 3F to be able to just partner with. No transition is ever easy, or nothing is going to go without hitches. But man, this transition was as close to perfect as possible. The process of buying a home, like I said, is stressful. But then once you get work with such a great company that kind of almost held your hand, so to speak, walks you through the process, then you were able to pick out the colors and the countertops, and that just made it so much fun. My wife and I were like kids in a candy store, and every day we came home, it was almost like Christmas. We got all the before pictures, and we're putting them together in a little booklet. And now we're working on the after pictures, and we're still working on decorating and putting up curtains. And once we finish everything, we're just going to do like a little catalog that we can show all of our friends and family that lives out of town, the before and the after. Um, yeah, so we like every person that is looking to buy a home, we go on TV and we look at all the home shows, and everything that we looked at, was 45, 90 days. And there's always going to be hitches when you're trying to renovate. And I'll tell you what, we got in and I was shocked at how fast the process was moving, how fast the paint. I mean, the home is 1,500 square feet. They painted the entire home in 3 days. So the number one thing that we were looking for was more space. The other thing that we was looking for was something that was closer to work. We were living in the Trustful area, and we kind of worked in that 119 corridor. And so, my wife and I are both educated, so our salary doesn't lend itself to living in certain areas. And so we found this neighborhood, which was only about 8 miles from our current resident, from our job actually, versus 40 miles where we're living, and just the convenience of that. And then we were looking for something with a backyard for our kids to play. We're looking for something with sidewalks for our kids to be able to ride their bikes, which they've done plenty of. And then finally, just looking for something with some amenities. And this community has a great lake. Unfortunately, we hadn't been out there yet because of school and practices, but at some point we drive by it every day and say, one of these days, it feels like a brand new house. Our friends that have visited us, they think it's a new build. They said, is this a new build? And then we show them the pictures of where it was. They can't believe, from the floors to the paint color, to all the fixtures. The fireplace behind me, it was just some tile. And we saw a picture of something we wanted on Pinterest. I shared it with our contractors, and I said, we can do this. And they built that fireplace. And obviously you can't watch HGTV and not see shiplap. So we had to kind of get that in somewhere. And so we're really proud of how it turned out. Home search is always, it can be very, very stressful. I'm sure you've heard the expression before. We had, caviar taste, but we didn't have the caviar budget. And so trying to find something that we can afford. So in our home search process, we had a number that we need to stay around. We talked earlier about my kids being in private school, and just the cost of living is so expensive. And so we had to find something that we could afford. And when we bought this home, we actually bought it and it was under our max budget. And so we were super excited about it. And we're really right side up in this thing about 15 grand after it's all said and done. And that's truly a blessing for us. This is not our starter home. This is our second home, but we want to use this home as a building block to something else. And so to be able to purchase a home and to be right side up in it from the time that you finish all of renovations, that's a pretty good feeling at night. When you lay down at night, I've got something now that I could eventually sell and move up to the next home. And that's pretty exciting. Buying a home is stressful, and so being able to walk through the whole financing piece of it was really good. It was like one-stop shop. We didn't have to get two separate loans. We didn't have to take out a home equity line of credit. Everything was done in one loan. So we were able to purchase the home and get the money for the renovations in one deal. And so here's how I kind of think about it. If you ever seen a duck on a lake, he's kind of moving across the lake real smooth. What you can't tell is underneath the water, he's paddling like crazy. But I really feel like with this process, there's a bunch of people and they were paddling like crazy, trying to put this all together in the back end. And I'm not gonna say everything was smooth, but for the most part, man, it was pretty smooth. And I don't understand how it all worked. I don't understand how the numbers came together. But what I do know is we walked into a crappy looking house, and we got a great looking house, and there's some really smart people behind the scenes paddling like crazy to make it all work.